You want to choose File, Scripts, Load Files through Stacks. This will put all the images you chose into one file. The images will be put in separate layers. If you do not want to do this, then you will need to open each image, copy and paste each image to its own layer. This already sounds like a lot of work. You can see why I chose the script command that came with Photoshop. In this video, I will show how to create an animated GIF in Photoshop. I will go through my thoughts about copying this work by Joseph Solomon. There are 14 layers in Photoshop, and the video was not sped up too quickly. That means you will see how to do something multiple times. Hopefully, you do not need to rewind to see something you missed. The images were taken on my iPhone for the last 6 weeks. I took the images with a white piece of paper in the background sometimes. I say sometimes because my intention was to keep track of how my painting progressed, not to make an animated GIF. Okay, back to this video. If you need to correct your image, choose Adjustments and Curve. I use this as a reference to auto-adjust the white balance. If you can't find the navigations that I talk about, look on top, go to Windows, and choose what you need to find. Each layer is adjusted with a curves layer. The curves layer is selected with the layer below and merged together to one layer. I do this instead of masking because animation takes the layer as a frame. Be aware once you merge the layer together, you lose the original layer. This is a destructive task. About the original work. The original painting is named Eve. It was painted in oil by Joseph Solomon. Joseph Solomon was a British painter born in 1860. The original is life-size at 122 by 56 inches. My copy is 8.5 inches by 18 inches. That means the heads you see in my painting are the size of my thumb. The painting was sold and it is currently in a private collection. Unfortunately, that means you cannot go to a museum and see it for yourself. In the painting, you can see Eve with the angels and Adam is below. It was quite a complicated piece, and I had some guidance from Tobias Hall. If you get the chance, study with him. For the copy, at first think about the big mass. It can get overwhelming looking at each individual section. That means looking at the main color for each big mass, the clothes on the angels, Adam, Eve, the background, the clouds. Then I focus on the values, making sure the values are in the correct relationship with each other. I admit I did lose my way a few times. I did get frustrated. That means I called it done for the day and came back to it another day. With fresh eyes, I looked at the drawing and then evaluated the painting. Once I saw the bottom torso was off, it was mentally painful to change it. In addition to being an oil painter, I am also a digital painter. For me, digitally changing a drawing is not as painful as moving the drawing with paint. There's something about making a mistake with physical work that is more defeating. I remember another time I had to stop for the day because I was working on a paper and I ripped the paper. This is something you need to think and know about yourself. Do you do better when you work through frustration or when you take a break? I did not think about creating an animation until now. as I mentioned earlier. You can see that I have different sizes. In Photoshop, I have to get rid of the background. If you need to do this or something similar, select the image you want to keep and then select the inverse. Press the delete key. Then fill in the background with black or any other color to be consistent. Remember, when you change an image from the main menu is on top, you are affecting all the layers. Be careful rotating and cropping the canvas. I put the images on the left of the screen to have a consistent image size for the layers, or at least close to it. It won't be perfect, and that is okay. The goal is to have animated GIF. The changes in between the layers will help the viewer see the changes. Most of the changes are too small in the layers of the painting to come through for the animation. Once all the layers are cleaned up, you are ready to create the animated GIF. Go to Window, choose Timeline. On the right of the timeline window, choose Create New Layer for each new frame. You can see my images were put in the reverse order. I selected all the frames and then chose Reverse Frames. You may change the duration of each frame for the animation. Play with the different commands to see what you would like. Once you are done, go to File and Export. Choose Save for Web. I hope that was helpful. See you next time.